Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Your Keys to Mastery for September 5th to September 7th, 2022. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Arlene Grace, and I am a spiritual coach, an alchemist, numerologist, and channel. So, as I'm feeling into today's energy now, we are in September. And know that if you are watching this video at any time, that there really is no timestamps for these videos, that you may be attracted to it because there's a message here for you. And saying that, taking any of this information through your own lens of what is true for you, right? Okay, so as we move into today's energy, as we move into this month's energy, this month is September, right? And September is the 9th month of 12 months. And many of us may see this as a month of endings, a month of completions. We're ending summer here in the Northern Hemisphere. Children have started school, and so there's the end of summer. You may be noticing plants. It's the time of harvest. And so I know in my garden outside, we're harvesting all of the plants, or harvesting all of the fruit, the vegetables, all of the beautiful things. And as we're harvesting them, we're picking what is ripe, right? And we're also in, numerologically, the month of September is the month of the number 6, which is all about coming into harmony. It's about an amplification of what you are creating. It's about paying attention to what you are noticing in your life and allowing yourself to let go of the old so that you may become the new, right? And so bring it back to the plants. When we look at the plants, and as the plants are growing through the summer, we can see in August, there's this acceleration. Now, this is Northern Hemisphere. There's this acceleration of all of the fruit and all of the vegetables as they are ripening on the vine, right? Or in the ground. And those that are on the vine, they begin to fall, right? They begin to fall off the vine. Let's just take tomatoes as an example, because I have an abundance of them. And so as these tomatoes are now ripening on the vine, they get ready to be pulled off, and some may just fall. Now, many of us may think that that is the law, Newton's law of gravity, right? Where it's grown heavy, and so gravity now pulls in, it falls to the ground. But what if it actually was the law where the plant has now just grown, and the plant itself and its fruit has been inspired to express more, to express itself more, to allow for the fruit, now heavy and ripe, to fall so that it may be eaten by humans, may be eaten by other animals, so that it may be expressed in new plants, so that it may continue its own legacy in abundance, right? And now, seeing that these tomatoes are ripened on the vine, many humans, those that have been caring for these plants, are inspired to pick them. They come and they go and they pick them. Some of the humans who, continue to plant the next following spring, they will take some of the seeds, and they will take the seeds out of the tomato, dry it, and save it for the seasons until it's springtime, so that they can go ahead and they can pot it again and then put it back into the ground. And so there's this beautiful organization, there's this beautiful convergence of this plant, right, is growing to be the full expression of itself. In the full expression of itself, it ripens these beautiful fruit, tomatoes. And in the amplification, it continues to grow and expand and ripen and turn red and bright and all of these things. And in that, they begin to fall because they are ripened, because the expression of the plant itself is inspired to expand, right? Expand its own expression. And so some of them fall. Some of them are picked by humans, and there's this convergence where humans are now inspired, my parents are now inspired to go and pick the fruit, to go and cook with the fruit, to feed others with the fruit, to go and get some of the seeds and dry them for next year, to do all of these things. And so life is happening around this plant, right? The sun is shining, the Rain is falling. The plant doesn't have to do anything. Everything is happening around it, right? When it is too hot and there is no rain, humans come and they water the plants. They care for the plants. They nurture the plants. The wind comes and blows the seeds. All of these things are happening for the plant. The plant doesn't have to do anything. All it has to do is express and continue to do so. And so in this plant isn't worrying about the sun, where the sun's going to come from. It's not going to worry about, the rain and not enough rain. It's not going to do anything. It's just going to continue to be the full expression of itself. And it's going to continue to be inspired to do more, to express itself more as it continues to express, expand, grow. And the same thing is happening for you. What if the world around you was just simply happening around you, and all you had to do was continue to be your expression, continue to expand in your expression, and that in order to do so, we must let go of the control. We must let go of the patterns that hold us from being our fullest expression so that we can come into fulfillment of what it is that we truly desire. And so today's energy is that. Today's energy is, I'm feeling it as a lot of mind energy and the willingness to take our perception even higher, to notice. Now, as I was feeling in, there are all of these patterns that are coming into your awareness, patterns of where you may have controlled, patterns of where you may have stayed in relationships that just, they simply weren't that. It's almost like this ripping off of the rose-colored glasses, and you just see what you see. There's this energy of noticing where in the coming into the full expression of you, you might have turned away and chose the same path and just continued the same cycle over and over again. Same boyfriend, different face, right? Is the example I use. And so here we are with this beautiful opportunity to see what is around you, to see your life that is around you, and to play with the possibilities, to play with the possibility that life can happen around you. With each step, life just meets you. That you didn't have to control what was happening around you. In fact, it's an illusion that you can control others, that you can control life around you. And that if you were to just pull back for a moment today and allow these things to come into your awareness so that you can start to discover the possibilities of what is wanting to be expressed through you so that it can actually come into fulfillment. Your key today is to take love higher. I know that sounds weird, but to take love for yourself, take love higher. When we look back at the tomato plant, it is just the fullest expression of love. It's willing to take itself higher. It's willing to continue to express itself, even though we're in September, and it knows that it's going through its own transmutation. It's going through its own entropy, right? It is starting to break away because now the weather's changing, right? Now it's getting cooler at night. Now it knows that it's actually going through a process of dying. Part of it is dying, and yet its legacy is growing or is continuing on in tomatoes, right? It's continuing on in the seed that had been harvested for next year. It's continuing on its own expression in its own way. And so the same thing is happening for you, that parts of you are going through its own transformation, its own transmutation, its own entropy. And entropy in the falling away is the falling away of the patterns. It can be a falling away in dynamics in your relationship. It can be a falling away in parts of the body, right? Where illnesses that are arising within the body are the messages. Hey, look here, and there's more, right? That the messages that are happening in the body, the aches, the pains, the ailments, the dis-ease are places where you are out of alignment with the truth of who you are, that you are this beautiful form that is moving this infinite energy through you. You are light, you are love, just like this plant. This plant in its own expression is light, is love, and it's doing what it is here to do, which is creating an abundance of fruit for others to share in legacy. And it's the same with you, your purpose. What is your purpose? What is your intention? What is it that is being expressed through you today? And are you willing to play with the possibilities? Today is a beautiful day for you to take a moment to write down all of the possibilities that can arrive in your life. It's possible that I can be wealthy and that I can play with wealth. It's possible that someone can, just give me money. It's possible that I can find money on the street. It's possible that I can have the love that I desire mirrored back to me, that I could have the partnership that I truly desire. And that if I'm not in one now that is like that I'm willing to allow that to fall into entropy and to transmute so that I can have what I want. Because I'm allowed to have what I want. I love what I want. That's taking love higher. I love what I want, and I love myself so much that I'm willing to allow things to transmute, to fall away, because they no longer serve who I am today. And so today is a beautiful energy to allow yourself to come into that awareness. With this, it is the 6 diamonds with the 2. And so we're noticing our relationships. We're noticing a relationship to the body. We're noticing our relationships to wealth, to money, to things, to our homes. And so you may be inspired today to just clean up, to get rid of things that no longer resonate with you, to look at your bookshelf and get rid of some books, to donate some things, to put things away so that you can just put them away, right? It's this movement into, okay, summer is transmuting. And so many of you may be pulling out some of your sweaters or some of those things and putting away some summer clothes today. Who knows? But you can be inspired to be in preparation for what is coming. And so I ask you, what's coming for you, right? What's being inspired through you? What wants to be expressed through you? What do you love? And as we move into Tuesday, now we're in the acceptance of it, and we move into the 3, 5 of diamonds. Now, again, we're in this 9. There's this 9 energy that will be prevalent the entire month, which is this ending, this coming into completion so that things can happen. When we look at the children that have gone to school, summer is ending, right? And so there's this transmutation of summer and the season of summer and the rest and the play and the sun and all of those things. And now there's this beginning. So it's hand in hand. Something falls away, something else comes. And so this is what you'll be experiencing this entire month. Something falls away, there's a new awareness, something is coming. And so as we move into Tuesday, we're moving into the acceptance of this, right? We're moving into this place where it can be emotional. We can be receiving people in our life that will show us, that will trigger us, those things where we might want to just let go of the patterns even deeper, come into forgiveness, just noticing the people that come into your life, noticing those that are here to support you, and everyone is coming to support you in your own expression, right? Whether or not that's a trigger or a synchronicity, they are allowing for you to see you. That's really the only reason why, right? Everyone here is a mirror of you because we can't see ourselves. And so as you're noticing these people come into your life, as you're noticing your experience, notice how you are experiencing you. And so any judgments, any comparisons, any love, know that that is an expression of you that is being brought to light so that you can shift it, so that you can accept it, so that you can love it. And so in the 3, there's this amplification energy that we're moving through. Think of it as a wave. What we focus on gets bigger. And so you want to pay attention to where it is that you are focused, what it is that you are focused on, because we are constantly creating, right? What we focus on is what we see. What we focus on, what we believe is what we will experience. And so where are you focused in your mind? How are you feeling as you are focused in the mind? Because you continue to create the more that you are thinking and feeling. The more that you think and feel, the more that you create your experience. And so whether it is something that you love or don't love, just the very thought process of continuing to think that and feeling anger or sadness or hurt or all of those things, you're continuing to create that, because really and truly in the mind is loving that thought, or else you wouldn't be having it. And so what you love, what you adore will continue to be created, even if you don't want it. With the Five of Diamonds, this is the transcendence. This is the transcendence of the material. And so in this acceptance, you're letting go of expectation. You're letting go of how it's going to arrive. You're deciding to allow the world to world around you. You're deciding to allow for people to be inspired to work with you, to support you, to love you, to be with you, to give you money, to work with you, to do the things, right? And in allowing the world to world, not just people, you're allowing information to come through from others, through song, through whatever in the material world, to allow for you, to show you the path that you are being, the path that you are wanting to take, and yet at the same time being led on, right? And by led, I mean your intuition. And so in this transcendence, there's this invitation to deeply, deeply trust your own intuition, and to notice the stories that you're telling yourself today. To notice the stories, because sometimes when we tell these stories over and over and over in our mind, we start to believe them, even if they aren't true. And so we want to notice again, what are we focused on? What's our emotion as we're thinking these thoughts? Because our body will take it, it will imprint it into ourselves as, okay, this is what she wants, this is what he wants, this is what we're doing, creation. And so today, oh my goodness, your action is to really allow for this transmutation, allow for you to move in the direction of what it is that you want. You came into an awareness on Monday of, okay, I'm to let go of things that I do not want in order, or the things that I have in order to have what it is that I truly want, right? I must let go of this because this no longer resonates, so that I can have this thing that I can see right here. And so your action today is to come into full acceptance of that, and full acceptance of what you're feeling in the body. I can feel the heart really tight, like really holding on. I'm just gonna help to move that out. Really holding on to these ways of being, these ways of acting within the body, the ways of eating, the ways of some of the habits that I'm seeing that are rising up. There's some habits that you may have that just, they don't serve you, right? Perhaps ways of eating, sugar, smoking, drinking, ways of relating with others. Those are being inspired to shift on Tuesday. And so there's this beautiful opportunity to just, to decide that I'm willing to let these things go, and I'm going to trust the intuition that's coming through. I'm willing to take the leap in order for that to be, and I'm going to express myself. This is about your expression, right? This is about you. And so your key is to create flow. That's why I was feeling that, to create flow in the body, to create flow, and to notice where you are out of flow in all aspects of your life, so that you know what it is that you are coming into acceptance with, what you are coming into forgiveness with, what you are coming into, what you are allowing to let go, so that you can fall deeper in love with it. It really is a beautiful energy. It does feel like it will be a lot of mind energy, a lot of creation energy for sure, and a lot of amplification of your emotions. Then we move into Wednesday. Wednesday, interesting, 4-4. So we're in a 4 energy day with a 4 of diamonds. And hold on, excuse me. This is all about your action and expression. And so here you're looking for stability. You're taking actions that will create stability, stability meaning flow, right? And so on Tuesday, you're noticing where you're out of flow in your life. And here on Wednesday, you're starting to take the actions with it. Okay, I'm noticing I'm out of flow with my own finances because I'm avoiding looking at my bills. I am noticing that I am out of flow in my relationships because I'm not expressing my needs or what I desire. I'm noticing that I am not in flow with my body because when I wake up, the first thing that I'm noticing is I'm in fight or flight. And so it's okay, I'm noticing all of these places where I'm out of flow. And so here I am, and I'm going to bring in the flow in my life, and I'm going to notice where I'm going to take the actions. I'm going to open up my bills and I'm going to pay them. And I'm going to focus on how I'm feeling as I'm doing that. I'm going to focus on the energy of wealth. And I'm going to play with the idea that flow means flowing in and out. And so as I'm paying my bills and as I'm feeling wealthy, I'm going to feel into, oh, this is just the out. As I move this energy out, there's another wave of abundance that will come in, an abundance of money, abundance of wealth. All of these things will come in to support me. I'm going to let the world, I'm going to let money flow to me. I'm going to let money flow out and in, right? And so in this, you're going to be definitely focused on, you can be focused on how do I bring my connections to a higher perception, to a spiritual awareness. And so it really looks like, well, this entire week, we are focused on the material, we're focused on the physical. So you're going to be wanting to notice, or you will be noticing, how you're connecting with others, how you're connecting with your body, so that you can bring in the flow and coming into focusing your own energy, your own power, and noticing where you are in control or trying to be in control of others in your dynamics in relationships. There's this energy, this underlying energy of power. And this underlying energy of inner power can be expressed outwardly as trying to have power over others. And so there's this invitation to deepen your own confidence, deepen the confidence that you have of self, of you coming into your own inner power. Because when you are in your own inner power, you're not necessarily inspired to have power over others, right? And so, and when you're in inner power, you know how to navigate experiences where others are trying to have power over you or trying to control you. And so it looks like this one day of energy on Wednesday is really speaking about control of the mind, control of the body, control of our own habits that we may be having that don't serve us anymore. And so there's this ability or this opportunity to come in to shift that by taking different actions, by stopping the loop, by stopping the pattern, by coming into awareness of the pattern. And so I love this. Your key today is really, okay, asking yourself on Wednesday, well, if I were the master of my own life, if I were in the master of my own mind, if I were the authority of my life, if I were the master of my emotions and of my physical life, then how would I act with others? How would I treat myself? How would I be thinking? How would I be feeling if I were the master? If I had mastery over my life? Then would I be, then I would be in harmony with both the divine feminine and the divine masculine aspects of me, that I would have my intuition flowing, which is inspired on Tuesday, right? Deepening your own intuition. You bring that with you on Wednesday, where you're in your own intuition and you allow your intuition to lead as life happens around you, as others are inspired to act and to play with you. This is a really beautiful energy this week. Yeah, and so we begin today with noticing. Will I let go of the old in order to have the new? And this is the journey that we have. And so this is going to be with all of your material things, what you play with in this life, and this deepening of self in your own expression, right? Are you willing to be you? Are you willing to express you in all aspects of your life? Really, this is a shedding of the masks. Beautiful. Questions, comments, please feel free to share. I'd love to hear how this resonates for you. Yeah, super excited for this week. Have a beautiful day. Have a beautiful Monday, and I will see you soon. Bye for now. So much love.